Welcome to the Gen X Journey podcast. Dive into all things important to Gen Xers, from advice on aging parents, expert interviews, product reviews, and heartfelt conversations. So put down the joystick, grab your Walkman, dust off your old yearbooks, and welcome to the Gen X Journey.
Everybody, welcome back to the Gen X Journey podcast. This is Steve, and we really got a really cool idea that Noel came up with. And first of all, if you didn't listen to the last episode, we did a Mad Lib story for old time's sake. So if you remember that game, it was a blast for us to do. If you haven't done this with your family, gosh, go do it. Next road trip, buy a Mad Lib book or chat GPT some Mad Libs and do this.
Yes.
They'll have no idea what's going on, but they'll love it when it's all said and done. So
Absolutely. That was fun.
Yeah. So today we're going to not be so basic in the world of, Mad Libs, but we're going to instead jump into a topic called the future according to TV. And we're really going to talk about what they got right, what they got wrong, or what was just weird about what they did. So, Noel, I'll turn it over to you to introduce us to the first topic on this list.
Yeah. So what this list is just the shows like TV and movies from back in the 80s and 90s that talked about the future. And we kind of compare and contrast between what they predicted and then, what was going to be happening in the future. And then we'll talk about like what they got right and then what they totally missed. And some of these things they missed, I really, really wish that they had actually hit on. So the first one that I'll talk about is the Jetson show, which aired from 1962 and 1963. And then in the 80s there were reruns through the 80s and stuff. And so I think I watched a lot of those cartoons. I didn't realize that it only went on for 2 years. That was kind of surprising
either
to me.
I mean, the syndications have been going on for decades, and I thought there were hundreds of episodes. That's funny.
Yeah. So the view of the future from the Jetsons' point of view was from the early 1960s. So you can imagine, I mean, at least in the 80s, we had computers and stuff like that that were, a lot smaller than they were back in the 60s, at least, and a lot more widespread and part of culture. And technology was a lot more advanced in the 80s than it was in the early 60s. But anyway, so in the Jetsons predicted the Jetsons predicted flying cars, robot housekeepers, and like video phones. And so that's what they thought was going to be happening in the future. And now, I mean, looking at 2025 these days, I really think that they got the video calls right.
Yep.
I would say, I mean, heck, there's people in if you remember, like from the Jetsons, like the video phones were like business type related stuff. They were serious and stuff, like only to be used for like serious conversations. But now it's not uncommon to like, sit in an airport waiting for a plane and stuff. And there's 5 people on their smartphones on video calls, which is so fun to watch and hear.
Totally
It's amazing. In technology. Great. But anyway, so I think they got the video phones thing down pretty well. They also, like smart homes and stuff too. Like, you can, one of my good friends is an engineer, and he's got his whole house is like wired up to where he just walks in and he tells and I'm drawing a blank, Siri to like turn on his lights and start up the oven and, like all kinds of stuff. Like she is plugged into his house and does pretty much everything. And so
that's awesome.
And when I said Siri, my phone just woke up. So
I was going to say, if people listen to this on their speaker, every house in America is going to have their lights turning on and off. It'd be great.
And it asked me, there are no lights set up on your home. Do you want to turn on the flashlight? No, go away, Siri. Good grief. All right. So anyway, but they definitely got the smart home thing right, I think. And then I think the last thing was the, wearable tech, like just the amount of technology that we have that we can wear, our headphones and things like that too, that they had that we have now, obviously. and the portableness of technology, I think, too, is another thing that they got right. But a couple of things they miss, which frankly I wish they'd gotten right, is jetpacks and sky highways. I don't
And,
know how
and
many
going hand in
times.
hand, we talked about this earlier. The
Oh,
freaking
man.
the cars,
Oh,
like I
totally.
want a Jetsons
Totally.
car.
I
Yeah.
think the last time I seen a jetpack was at the '84 Olympics in LA.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
they figured that out
Yeah.
by now.
I actually watched, I don't know how I was on my doom scroll of a YouTube channel, but they had a David Letterman episode where Sean Connery flew in on a jetpack, and that's how he made his entrance. That was just last night, literally, ironically.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, I agree. I think Jetsons hit a lot right, but
It did.
yeah, it did.
How many times I've been sitting in traffic going, man, I wish they could have flying cars. I would
Oh,
totally
man.
just fly away from this
Then
mess.
I wonder how road rage would work out. That would be really weird. Road rage on the air. I don't know how that would turn
No
out.
kidding.
So we
You know,
definitely
and
need-
then fender benders on the ground are one thing, but fender benders up in the air, I think, would turn into a catastrophe.
it
So,
would be bad. It would be bad.
yeah.
Man.
But anyway, those are
That's a
that's
good
the
one.
Jetsons. So,
All right. Who wants the next one? You want
Go
to do
for
it,
it,
Steve?
Keith.
Okay, so the next one is from the show Knight Rider. One of my y'all a thumbs up on this show. Every
absolutely,
boy, Gen
Big
X
time.
boy's
Yeah.
favorite show,
big time,
at least for a
big
while.
time.
Yeah, 82 through 86, this thing aired. So what Knight Rider predicted was AI in cars, voice command, and autonomous driving. And it's ironic, how many of these are actually working. I mean, you're starting to see things like Alexa, those kind of things in cars now, able to, like, I know that we use ours to open our garage door now, those kind of things. What they nailed, basically, let me go through this, that what they nailed were, Teslas, like, so I guess the like of Teslas that had autonomous driving. I mean, we do have vehicles now that can literally drive themselves, which is still so weird. I mean, even this day and age, it's, we're thinking that we should have the expectation of flying cars, and I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around that we have autonomous driving vehicles, but we do. And they can park themselves and do all this stuff. And so voice assistants. So all of those things they absolutely nailed. One of the things I like this is that what they missed was Kit's charm and banter. So if anybody has not seen this, for whatever Gen Xer has not seen this, shame on you. But Kit was the name of the car. He was basically the AI in the car that Michael Knight rode. And so, yeah, their back and forth banter was awesome, and probably what made the show so endearing. And yeah, I don't know. Like I think what's fun is, like, at night when Dawn's asleep. Like, I learned, she taught me this. I didn't know this, but you can actually whisper. Like, if we have a little table lamp that I kind of read or whatever at night, and now you can go in and you can say, hey, turn off the table lamp, and then Alexa will reply to me and go, okay, and she'll whisper back. I didn't know it could do that. I thought that was so cool. So there's a little charm there, I think. So I don't think it was a huge miss, but it's still kind of fun. So
that's pretty cool.
Anything that you think they missed from this show, or anything else?
I mean, I was pretty sure that if I needed to stop on the side of the road, or I needed a break while a long road trip, I was sure there'd be a semi truck that would pull up in front of me that I could just drive into, and use the restroom, get some snacks or whatever, get some nachos, Noel, and and just keep on going down the road. But nope, that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Didn't Kit have like weapons and stuff like that too? Did I dream that up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
There's some days and I wish I had that, and then there's other days I'm really glad that I don't have that.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'm glad people don't have those weapons to use against me either on the road. But anyway, no, they didn't get that right, thankfully. But
yeah, no doubt.
Anyway, that was the coolest car, man. Oh my gosh.
Man. I tell you what, that was awesome.
Yep.
So anyway, all right, Steve, what do you got? What do you got for the next one?
Yeah, so number 3 on the list is Max Headroom. A classic MTV character. Actually, I thought it was on MTV much longer than from 87 to 88. I thought it spanned a longer time frame, but
I think that was probably the actual show that he had.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot longer, but they actually had that evening show, and I don't think it lasted too long.
Yeah. So the things that they predicted in the Max Headroom show was AI personalities, which 100% exists today.
Mm-hmm.
Media saturation, corporate influence, The
Mhm.
things they absolutely nailed, deep fakes. A number of times that you see just humans altered digitally to replicate somebody. I mean, AI is just terrifying what they do
It
with
really is
deep
scary.
fakes. Algorithmic media, gosh,
Oh,
totally,
every
and then
day.
Yep.
nonstop, and then influencer culture. I mean, had I
Mhm.
known then what I know now, I'd be an influencer right now. I think I missed the boat on that because I can influence people. Like,
Yeah,
none
you
You
have a
can.
charm.
yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've said this 100 times, probably on this podcast, that I wish we had the tools at a younger age than they have today. I think
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
creativity of Gen X at that age, we would be so much more like, I see some of these, all of these Instagrams and TikToks, they repeat themselves. It's the same
Mhm.
thing that everybody tries to do, and they have thousands and hundreds of thousands of watches. And I'm like, there's no creativity. They're doing the same
Yeah.
thing.
They're
Yeah.
It blows
copying
my
each
mind.
other.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going. Keep going.
And as the what did they miss? And article cites nothing. It was creepily spot on,
I
and
have to agree.
they're 100% right. I mean, it's unfortunately they're right, and
Yeah,
There was
give
more
MTV
warning
credit for
than
seeing that coming
no
for
yeah.
doubt.
sure.
There was a warning of things to come. I mean, this is 1987, 1988. And
Yeah,
the writers of that were like, could see into the future
they
almost.
really
Yeah,
could. Makes you
Creepy.
wonder if
yeah,
they came from the future.
Yeah, really.
Oh, I love this next one, Noel. I can't wait for you to talk about it.
yeah,
Yeah. So the next one on the list is the $6 million Man. It was
Yeah,
from
great show.
ran in
it was.
1973 to 1978, and it was a lot of 80s reruns and stuff. But this show predicted bionic limbs, which absolutely
Mhm.
those are things. Thankfully,
Yeah,
seen people like run. I mean, do like run marathons in prosthetics and stuff that's back in the 70s and 80s was just impossible. But they can do that these days, which is amazing. And
yeah.
then enhanced humans was also
Mm.
something else they predicted. So definitely got the high tech prosthetics right. The brain machine interfaces, like some of the stuff that like um, one of Elon Musk's companies, I forgot the name of it, is doing to like help people that are paralyzed to get
Yes,
regain
it's
control
really
of their
cool.
bodies and stuff. It's pretty incredible.
Yes.
What they did miss was the super speed and jumping rooftops, which I don't know about you guys, but my super speed and jumping rooftop days are long
They're
gone. So
gone. Yeah,
yeah, no chance of that anyway.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it would take a lot.
I truly think that there's some kind of military something that we don't know about that's got some enhanced soldiers. I mean, at this stage in our lives, it would be
Yeah.
surprising if some country didn't have that, you know?
Yep.
So,
yeah,
With
no
all
doubt.
the robotics and AI stuff that we know of in a public square, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, in all
mm-mm.
the, I mean, just think about what a war would be like if we don't have to risk human life to fight
Yes,
the war,
absolutely.
and just send in drones and robots and stuff. I mean, it's
It's
kind of
wild.
creepy,
It
Yeah,
really
but
is.
I'd
yep.
wear an Iron Man suit for sure.
Me too.
Yeah, no
No
doubt.
doubt. It's awesome.
No doubt. All right. Keith, is this
Okay.
yours?
Of course, and it has to be me because I'm the nerd of the group, and that's fine. I adore this show. I will never regret saying that. I think this is one of the best shows ever made. So it's the Star Trek: The Next Generation. I was a Star Wars guy, right? But I love the Next Generation group. I do. And so,
Mhm.
and I think, and it's funny because I've often thought about while I'm playing with my iPad that I'm Jean-Luc Picard looking through his notes, right? So, and this is what they were talking about, that they predicted tablets and voice control, AI and replicators. And the things they
Interesting.
mailed, say it again.
That's interesting. I'm just
Yeah.
reading the
And
notes on
it's, yeah,
those.
the things that they nailed were definitely like your iPad or your
Hmm.
tablet. And
Hmm.
again, I remember holding my first iPad going, I'm totally living something that's really supposed to not be here for 300 more years in this sci-fi world. And it's here now. It's
Hmm.
crazy. And
Yeah,
Yep.
Siri, so talking, you always hear this voice control and Siri, and we talked about Alexa and all these others. And I hope everybody at home things are going nuts by me saying this. And then also talked about like the replicators. So we have 3D printers. I have one right next to me right now that I love playing with. And I'll tell you the one thing is The one thing they missed, I agree, would be so much fun is the holodeck.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember seeing that in that show, but it was good. You could basically create any, and it was such a brilliant idea for that show, because you think, okay, you're traveling light years away, and this gives you every chance to have something from home. No matter what home is in your mind, it's pretty cool. But they said, like, to this point, it says we're trying with virtual reality devices, and it's true. So anyway, I thought that was a pretty good one, very spot on. So.
Yeah, there's cool. This Facebook memory that pops up once a year for me that I always laugh at, because it was, it was when the iPads first came out. It's like, this 100% seems like something that no one's ever going to need.
Right.
And as I see here, there's one just 2 feet to my right here.
Right. Is that what you're reading your notes on?
No.
Oh, that's what I'm reading my notes on right now. So
yeah.
So funny. Crazy. All right, Steve, what's next there?
So number 6 is Buck Rogers in the 25th century. I can hear it now. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Ran from 1979 to 81. So they predicted interstellar travel, AI companions, and laser technology. They nailed some drone and robot technology. And then AI assistance, which we're definitely starting to see that.
Yeah.
If you think about like the interstellar travel, I mean, I sort of thought that we'd be having trips to the moon or something like that, and checking out Mars or whatever, and have an interstellar highway of just, communities and transit going back and forth. But
it's so weird that we've paused so long between Apollo and we're finally starting to get back into it. It's like, why did we wait 50 years to do? I don't understand it. I still I will never understand, other than the cost, but still, it's weird.
Yeah. The thing that they miss is living in space and laser pistols.
Yeah.
Gosh, wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be cool.
Somebody breaking into your house. Pew, pew.
It goes back with the road rage on the Jetsons, Noel. We could have our laser pistols in our flying cars. Boy.
Yeah.
Just don't wash your laser pistol with your laundry, right?
That's right, Noel. You got to tell the story.
No, I don't.
Fair enough. Okay.
That one stays between us.
That's fair enough. Okay, so ironic that this is the next one. We've talked about this one a lot in the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, we have. So the next one on the list is Alf, the show that ran from 1986 to 1990. That was a great show. Hard to watch that show and not in a good mood. It's just so good.
It was.
They predicted that we'd have alien encounters, but kind of framed the whole encounters as comedy and a culture clash. So it was sort of, the Alf character, if you never watched it, was just like kind of making fun of us really on this planet and stuff. And it was very lighthearted and it was just funny.
It was funny.
They didn't really have a whole lot of tech in the show, if you recall. And they didn't really predict anything in the way of tech, but they certainly captured the interest in the unknown. And there's a lot of conversations these days. If you ever listen to Joe Rogan, especially his podcast, he's very much a believer in aliens and UFOs and stuff like that. So there's certainly an interest in aliens and the unknown and UFOs and stuff these days. That's for sure. So
that's a good one. So good.
Yeah. So it was
I've got to ask, did Alf ever, do you remember the last episode? Did he get to go back home, or did they just cancel it? What happened at the conclusion of Alf? Do you all know?
I thought they killed him. They poisoned him and just. I'm kidding.
You're kidding,
I don't
right?
know.
Are you serious? Wow.
They put him in the oven and then set up. No,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
How about your Melmac now? We're turning meat cheese.
That got real dark.
Yeah, boy, that went. I was like, wow, boy, they must have changed it to a different channel for that, because I don't remember that. That had been a paid channel on Friday.
Let me do a quick research.
I will let you talk with the research team.
I have it here. So
you have it.
Yeah, good job to the research team. They already handed me the note just as Noel was starting to put them to work.
We got to do a team.
Yeah. So the final episode of Alf ends on a cliffhanger where Alf is captured by the alien task force while attempting to rendezvous with the spaceship from Melmac.
Interesting.
So
all right. Well, there you go.
The show was canceled before a 5th season could be produced. So
well, now I'm going to have to go find this somewhere. I want to go find this. It's got to be on YouTube. Somebody bootlegged it. It's got to be out there.
Yeah.
I think that's my homework tonight when Don goes to bed. I'm going to find that last episode of Alf just to see this. So, okay. So number 8's mine, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So number 8 is the show. I love this show. Did y'all like the show Inspector
100%.
Gadget?
Yep.
Oh man,
so good.
Every kid wanted a Knight Rider car and to have the gadget of Inspector Gadget. It ran from 1983 through 86. Things that they predicted was wearable tech. And boy, did he have it in Penny, right? It wasn't Penny the girl. Mm-hmm. She had the watch that could talk to him. The spy tools, the video watch, just what I was talking about, and an AI dog. So what was the dog's name? Do you remember?
I can't, but that dog always had his back. I mean, that dog was always there.
That thing was the hero, the true hero of that show. So what they nailed were smart watches like the Apple Watch, right? So a lot of smart items, smart watches, smart glasses, drones. Those are the things that they felt like Inspector Gadget nailed. And what they felt like they missed. This can go either way. A trench coat full of surprises. Come on, what does that mean? But it says, but we've got apps for that now. So there you go. We may not have the tools in our trench coat, but we've got an app for that. No doubt about it. What was the dog's name?
Brain.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Great dog.
If you guys checked your text messages, that was not meant for you. It was meant for ChatGPT. But anyway, sorry about that.
I was wondering.
I thought I just saw the name of Inspector Gadget dog, and I'm like, okay, well maybe he just gave us all of it, and I didn't see the rest. Okay, fair enough.
Nope, just brain fart. That's all.
Brain was a good boy. Brain was a good boy. Very good boy. Yeah. All right, Steve, bring us home.
Yeah, this show does not ring a bell to me.
Me neither.
So yeah. Me neither. Okay, interesting. So it's called Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. It ran from 87 to 88. So what they no wonder. It's like you can make an acronym out of that. Anyway, so they predicted interactive media, virtual reality combat, and wearable armor, which that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They nailed the virtual reality and interactive entertainment, but which still exists, but quite not where they want it to be yet from a technology standpoint. And then they missed the toys were ahead of the tech, and I don't know exactly what they're referring to there. But anyway, we ended with a dud on that one.
Yeah, that was a womp, but that's okay. Yeah. I mean, the rest of them hit hard. I mean, I really think those were good. I'm trying to think like what other shows that we grew up with had stuff like that. I mean, you've got the original Star Treks, of course. You've got I'm trying to figure out how Airwolf would fit into this. I'm sure there's some sort of an AI assisted targeting. Something like that. Stealth. Blue Thunder and them had stealth mode, right? That's available now.
I love Blue Thunder.
Oh man, Blue Thunder. I still want to see a Blue Thunder versus Airwolf. I would pay premium dollars for the best seat in the house in the Epic Theater for that. 100%. Man. So anyway, but that was a good one. A good idea, Noel. That was beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
So
it really ties into because Gen X is so well known for being trailblazers when it comes to technology, and Elon Musk leads the charge in technology as a Gen Xer, and so it's awesome to just sort of see a lot of these things that we watch as cartoons or shows as a kid is very much reality these days.
It's wild to think.
I still don't know what to think about AI. I mean, I'm very cautious about it. I can see where it can be used for good. It's interesting how ways that in my job we're starting to embrace AI for a variety of different
same
pieces.
with ours.
So it's help track.
It can be used for good until Skynet takes over. That's my only worry. But until then, it's going to be pretty fun. So yeah. But that was a good episode, fellas. And so we'll conclude this. But yeah, for our listeners, if there's other sci-fi or television movie shows that you watch that you can think of things that are around today that weren't when we watched those, let us know in the comments on our Facebook page. Give us a follow. We're on Threads, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and X, and we would love to interact with you and let you follow along and help us come up with other fun things that talk about in the world of Gen X. And we really appreciate you following us, and also on our podcast, whatever platform. Again, and I want to also just shout out to everybody. We had our highest download a day ever in the history of our podcast, of any podcast we've ever recorded last week, and sincere thanks to that. We really appreciate you doing that. If you are listening and enjoying the show, we would very much love for you to do a review or a rate on whatever podcast platform that you are listening to. We would love for others to be able to find our show and enjoy this journey that we're going on together with us. So we would really appreciate that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And with that, we will talk with you in the next one.
Thanks, everybody.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the Gen X Journey podcast belong solely to the hosts and guests and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of any entity they are associated with. The information provided is for entertainment and informational purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of qualified professionals for any specific issues they may face. The creators and contributors of this podcast make no representations as to the accuracy, completeness, or validity of any information, and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its use.